Park Stadium here at Orchard Park.
Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store.
As it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Buffalo Bills.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Viking 18.
Bigsby with a carry to begin the series. And space tough to come by there as they get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
To the air goes Daniels. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
A gain of 15. And the Las Vegas first down.
Come on, come on. 70, Timberwolf.
Here's a give to Bigsby. Great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bob, Cowboy 80. Let go.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Throwing now is Daniels. That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 15. Brings up 2nd and inches at the Bills' 26-yard line.
And not liking the look, they'll change the play.
7 Pirates, 70 Lions, 60 Bobcats, 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
Daniels looking to throw. That's a short one here, caught by McBride. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Trap 50, trap 50.
Here's Daniels. Goes right back to McBride. And the Raiders are going to be set up at a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
A gain of 12 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here first and goal. Now Daniels. Now they'll tuck this and run. Toward the touchdown Raiders. Trey McBride from 8 yards out. And the Raiders will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Bills nothing. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And no error to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Looking to put a drive together.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot! Sit hot! 180!
Now it's Jackson. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of this wild card game for 1,000 yards. Receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
It's hot! 180! It's hot! Go. Shut up!
Throwing is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. He's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard.
13. Run!
Now it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
On the jump ball.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Thrown in, incomplete. It's Kramer. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Hey, middle!
To throw is Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they get back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now is 2nd and 10.
Hey! Get up!
Now a handoff up the middle. Kramer try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Get up! 180! It's hot! 180! Hey, report. Report. What is it?
Jackson now. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
60 Bison. Mustang 19. 79 Broncos. Ready.
To throw is Daniels. That's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to hit here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, their defense got into football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, at the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Jackson going to keep it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. There's a straight throw taken in by Bryant.
Jackson's
Able to get a couple there. And that'll bring up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Now Jackson. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Get him in. Here it's Bell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 31
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. Up the middle they go. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
That's another Bills. First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Intended for
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
It is caught down. Williams. Touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott threw on the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
Ties the game at 7. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
There he goes, right side, inside the 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Take Bigsby, 65 yards, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Bills 7. Kevin McPherson set to
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
This one deep into the landing zone, returnable from the 2-yard line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. He slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Kramer. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Gain of a yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading reaction and taking the right path to the offense.
So getting 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 3rd and 4 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hands up. Hands up. No, we changed it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson has taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a Bills first down.
Hey.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
What?
Jackson. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And it's 3rd.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Landon Jackson able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. At 49 yards on the clock, they do get 7 back on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Omar.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something which is wrong with the ball or the wind or something was hurting. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game. Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Jackson from the shotgun. And a short throw taken in by Bryant. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
It's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Again to Bryant, and again it's caught. And now this is going to depend on the spine. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Hey, hey, go.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Bronco 80, trap 60, trap 60. 18, tied in, 79 Broncos. Ready, go.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to the ground. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Panther 11, 19 Tiger, 19, 70 Rangers, 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. Cup 19. Go street.
They'll send the tight end in motion. To the air goes Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Got Dobbs over the middle. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And the Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
19 tight, 19 tight. Mustang 19, Dragon 60.
Throwing now is Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Okay,
Here's
ready?
2nd and 10.
Buffalo 18. Get it. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Check smash. Check smash. Go.
Off the play fake. Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's in. Touchdown. Raiders. Jaden Daniels. A 16-yard touchdown Raider. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Bill 7. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
You are X. You are X.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. They'll find Bryant is tight end. It's complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Ariza is on the punt here as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go. 60, cut 19, cut Warriors, 70, 79 Broncos. Ready, hut.
The final shot before break. Daniels. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He will be brought down as time is now running on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people would think losing equals passing the ball more more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
At the 12-yard line.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. A heavy crowd well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them the first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
13.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Now he'll take this and run. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. With just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Gain of a yard.
Well, it's not time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On second and 9, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's now third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On third down, he'll drop the throw. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
A 9-yard gain on the play. It's now fourth down and 1.
They'll try and throw for Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Three. Let's go. 60.
On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Hop 70, hop, cut 19, cut 7 back, 18, 19 left.
Daniels looking to throw. It's going to be caught by Bigsby. And he'll get it in a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 12 yards. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out of the flat.
So many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now we get to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
And a Raider first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Raiders.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Completed out left to Daniels. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs.
Got it. Ready? Ready. Bronco 80. 70, trap 60, trap 60. Hurt. Right there, hurt.
Here's Daniels. And taken into the end zone for a touchdown. Romeo Dobbs from 6 yards away. And the Raiders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
His kick is
extra point by McPherson up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
At the 39-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones who need to touch the ball.
He'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
180. Finish it. Middle. Go ahead.
Jackson will throw again. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Offense was moving them a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
You at X.
Now Jackson. He's got this to Williams, complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Hey, middle. Hey, report. 180. What is it?
To throw again is Jackson. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's second and 10.
Middle.
Now Lamar changing the look.
Watch the back on this play. 180. What is it?
From the gun, it's Jackson. And pulled in here by Rivera. And they got inside the 10 at the 8. His second catch in this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
180. You change it. 180. Yo. You.
Throwing is Jackson. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
28. Bills 14. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready. Here we go. Shot. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Set. Hurt. Hey, crash. Ready.
Running game working. Going to stick with it on 1st down. And just 1 yard here from the 40 down to the 50.
Tackle made right at midfield.
2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Movement. 19 lock down. 70 range. 18.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 9
As his old brain
yards to
remembers,
go.
when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert
Come on.
on 3rd and 9.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Panther 11. Panther 11. Buffalo 18. Mustang 19. Street. Ready.
Now Daniels. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
For number 16.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Daniels going to throw for it.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Ready, shot. Get hot. 180. Ready, shot. 13.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Kramer.
Well spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Raiders' 45-yard line.
What a shot!
Here's Jackson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
He'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Gravity Lions!
Now a handoff to Bigsby.
And he is tackled inside the 49, clear to the 35.
114 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
79 drop, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
To throw is Daniels. That's taken in by Bond. Gets past one man. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Complete to number 16.
A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Raiders have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
14. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Go. Already. You change it. Already. Oh.
Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Middle. Sit on. Hey, report. Sit on.
Jackson from the shotgun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Oh, we're ready. Sit on. Sit on. 13. Ready shot.
Jackson now. And his throw here is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Oh, we're ready.
2nd and 10.
You. Ready shot.
Again, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a 7-yard line, the catch is made. They'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this defense not giving them anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Go! X70 Timberwolf. Come 19. Come 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Hurt.
To the air goes Daniels.
Firing quickly here. That's complete. And getting this just shy in midfield. They spotted at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up. That would be the time to do it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
19 tight. 19 tight. 60 back. Rig alert. Rig alert.
Off the play fake. Daniels.
And for the third time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
This is 1st and 10.
Hey, 180! That's hot! Hey, middle! Hey, Ozzy! Sit up!
Throwing. Jackson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they take over right at the 50.
First and 10.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Warriors, 70.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the defense loses it. It's complete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Trey McBride with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Raiders have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Evan McPherson.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just haven't been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, they were just pacing out. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Brings up a third
So
down.
back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Third team. Turn on. 180. 180.
Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And my goodness, another interception. But he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Intercepted by the Raiders.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw a second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
22-yard line.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
70, hot, Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. Now they'll shift things around.
19 tight, 19 tight, 19 Lions, 79 Broncos. Check.
Daniels looking to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for number
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Complete. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Here we go.
Back to throw again. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Ready. Set 70 Timberwolves. Big Lion. Ready.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Yeah, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Hurt. Go. Check. 70 Lions. Ready.
On third down, here's Bigsby. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The Raiders are moving on. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long.